Hi, Ron Betting here. In this video, I will be discussing the Sacramento Fourplex market for the time period covering March 2024 and the few months leading up to it. I will look at all the key local market trends like the average list price, the average sale price, the average days on the market, and inventory level trends. I will also touch briefly on key national and economic trends to get a better understanding of what we may expect in the Sacramento Fourplex market over the next few months. Developing trends leave evidence. So if we want to know what is likely to happen over the next few months, watch to the end to have a competitive advantage over those that are less informed. March 2024 was a neutral market for Sacramento Fourplexes. The number of for sale listings was up 275% from a year earlier, but down 16.7% from the previous month. The number of sold listings increased by 50% compared to a year ago, but decreased 25% month over month. Now, this number sounds really impressive until you see that the 50% gain was in fact just 3 sales instead of 2 sales. Right now, because of the very small sample size in the amount of properties for sale and selling, some of these statistics are a little bit harder to see until we dig just a little bit deeper. Pending sales were up 33% compared to the month earlier. But again, this is a percentage that seems impressive until you realize that 4 pending sales compared to 3 is still a very small market. One thing that isn't measured in any of these charts that I'm going to show you, at least the charts from the trend analysis company, is that there were 4 fourplex listings that were removed from the market as expired or canceled listings during March. What this means is that there are more fourplex sellers who gave up in March than who actually sold a fourplex. So despite that relatively small amount of fourplexes for sale, based on the current pending sales and sold numbers, about 25% of the current listed fourplexes that are on the market today may sell during the next 30 days. These next 2 statistics are not too statistically meaningful. By digging a little deeper, we can gain a little bit better insight into what is going on. The average days on the market sold for fourplexes is 19 days. This tells me that buyers know what they are looking for and take action quickly when they see it. The average sale price compared to original asking price was 98%. So this means that there is just a little bit of negotiation going on for those that are selling. So the real story with these statistics is what you don't see in the chart earlier. For a more meaningful understanding of the days on the market, we should look at the active listings to see that the average days on the market for active fourplexes is 57 days. That's nearly 3 times the average sold days on the market. In fact, there are only 4 of the 13 active fourplexes on the market today, as I'm making this video, that have been on the market for less than the average days on the market. This tells me that most of these properties that are beyond the average days on the market are unlikely to sell without a price reduction, or they may soon join the list of other expired or unsold fourplexes leaving the market. The sad fact is that there are too many sellers and listing agents that simply don't understand that pricing small multifamily properties in 2024 has more to do with income than to use comparable sales. With our current interest rates, most fourplexes will break even with a GRM of about 9.75. For more information on the specifics of this concept, watch my video analyzing an investment property in 30 seconds or duplex and fourplex sellers avoiding the 9 critical mistakes. Both of those videos have links in the description down below. When we look at GRMs, the bottom of the market will be set by a minimum price, not by the GRM. So a high GRM will be displayed in the statistics, but with the understanding that these properties are usually selling well below the prices that properties in the same area are selling for with better rents. The second set of outliers are properties in places like East Sacramento, Midtown, or Oak Park. These will sell for 2 to 3 ticks higher on the GRM than a bread and butter fourplex because these are more likely to be bought by either an owner-occupant or to be bought and converted into short-term housing like Airbnbs or housing for traveling nurses or doctors. This week I did a market study of all the fourplexes in the 5 counties that had sold in the past 45 days surrounding Sacramento and saw a pretty clear pattern that developed. For the bread and butter fourplexes, the majority of the fourplexes that are selling are in the 9.5 to 12 GRM range. Looking at the currently listed fourplexes, most of the properties on the market with GRMs over 12 will just likely not sell. And finally, let's talk about interest rates and inflation. For most of the past few months, the market has baked in 3 to 6 rate reductions. That was expected to start kicking in by now. Based on the recent higher than expected inflation numbers and a Strong's job report that just came out, those reductions are being delayed at this point. There is some question if we will be seeing more than 1 or 2 before the end of the year at this point. If you're new to the channel and want to keep up with all the key information about buying and selling investment properties, please subscribe now. So what does all this mean? I believe there is a good chance that based on the current interest rates, investors will be increasingly reluctant to buy any of these marginally income-producing properties and will focus primarily on the relative few properties that are being priced more realistically. Those properties are likely to have multiple offers, while many unrealistically priced properties will just sit on the market with no offers. Over the next few months, I would be watching the inventory levels very closely. And if interest rates don't come down, I would expect the inventory may start to grow. If that happens, there will be pressure on prices to come down. If you're planning on selling your fourplex in the near future and are not in a trophy location, your value in large part will be determined by if your rents are at fair market rate. If you own a fourplex in the 10 counties surrounding Sacramento and would like to see if your rents are at fair market value or would like to get an estimate for the current market value of your fourplex, look down below for links in the description and I can help you out with that. For buyers, if you want help, I can help you pick the best performing fourplexes and help you make a realistic offer. As always, I'm available by phone, text, or if you prefer, you can schedule a meeting with me on Zoom or in person. I look forward to helping you to make a smooth investment purchase or sale in the greater Sacramento area and look forward to talking to you soon.